Today we will discuss the histology of the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex contains the grey matter. This is outer layer is known as the grey matter, which covers the cerebral hemisphere. This cortex is made up of the mixture of the nerve cells and fibers and neuroglyphs and blood vessels. Nerve cells are supported by the neuroglial cells, and you can see this is the pia-matter. This space and this outer covering is the pia-matter, and this outer layer is known as the cortex, which is grey matter consisting, and this inner layer is the white matter. The first, you should know the types of the cells present in the cerebral cortex. It is a very important question. There are 5 cells present in different layers of the cerebral cortex. Number 1, pyramidal cell, stellate cell. Where is pyramidal cell? These are the pyramidal cells. We will discuss each cell separately. And number 2 is the stellate cell. This is the stellate cell, which is blue in color, and the fusiform cell, which is green in color. And then 4 number is the horizontal cell. This red cell is the horizontal cell. And then cells of Martinotti, or you can say the Martinotti. These black color are the cells of Martinotti. Now the pyramidal cells, the first cell, which is the pyramidal cell. What you should know about the pyramidal cell? These are the pyramidal cells. You can see most of the cerebral hemisphere consists of the pyramidal cells. Pyramidal, why they are called pyramidal? Because they are pyramidal in shape. Their body is pyramidal in shape. Their size ranges from 10 micron to 120 micron meter. Size ranges from 10 micron meter to 120 micron meter. The giant pyramidal cells will be 120 micron meter, and the giant one are known as the cells of bed cells or cells of beds. The apices of the neuron. This is neuron body, and this is the apex of the neuron. The apices of these neurons mean this upper part or from upper surface give rise to dendritic processes. These are the dendritic processes, and you can see these dendritic processes are going towards the surface of the cortex. Where is the base? This is base. Give origin to the axon. This one is axon. This is the axon, which forms the projection fibers of the white matter. Meaning these processes go towards the white matter. The body is present in the grey matter, and these axons are also present in the grey matter, while the dendrites are present in the grey matter, and these axons are going towards downward and give projection fibers of the white matter. These pyramidal cells are distributed in layers 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. प्रोसेसेस तो पतक लेयर में भी जा सकते हैं, लेकिन जो इनकी बॉडीज होती हैं ज़्यादातर इधर भी मिलेंगी, यहाँ बनी हुई नहीं है, लेकिन their bodies are, these cells are present from 2nd to 5th layer, and they are more in number than the other cells of the cerebral cortex. Now the second number cells are known as the stellate or granule cells. Where are stellate cells? These are the stellate or the granule cells. These cells are present, you can see they are present in 2nd, 3rd and 4th layer. The granule cells are small and uniform diameter, and the shape of their body is star shape, and their diameter is the 8 micron meter. They have short axon terminating in nearby neuron. जो भी इसको करीब न्यूरॉन मिलेगा उसके साथ ये सिनेप्स करेगा. And third form number cell is the fusiform cell. Where is fusiform? This is this green color cell is the fusiform. As name indicate, their body is fusiform in shape or spindle in shape at right angle to the surface of the deeper layer. These are present in right angle and they are present in the deeper layer of the main. This layer is the fifth layer. The dendritic cells, the dendrites of these cells, fusiform cells, arise from each pole of the cell body, each pole of the cell body. An axon from the cell body just above the lower pole, this one is the lower pole, and enters into the white matter because this axon is going downward, so below the gray matter should be presence of the white matter. So the fourth number cell is the horizontal cell. Where is horizontal? In first layer you can see this blue color cell is the horizontal cell. Their body is also spindle in shape but oriented horizontally and parallel to the surface of the superficial layer. They are present horizontally, so they are, that's why they are called the horizontal cells of the gajal. The dendrites of these horizontal cells arise from each pole and axon arise from the cell body and runs horizontally. These are the dendrites and this one is the one process act as axon and the other act as dendrites. This is axon and this is the dendrites. So their axon arise from the cell body and runs horizontally parallel to the surface and making contact with the dendrites of the pyramidal cell. This is pyramidal cell. So this is the axon which makes contact with the pyramidal cell, and these are the dendrites. Now this one is the axon, and on any process which make contact with the dendrites of the pyramidal cells should be axon, while the other one will be the dendrite, act as dendrite. The cells of the Martinotti. Whereas these blue color cells are the cells of Martinotti, and they are present in third, fourth, and fifth and sixth layer. Mostly their processes are present in all layers. Small multipolar cells found in the all 3 to 6 layers. From 3 to 6 layers. 3, 4, 5, and 6 layers. It is very important that the location of the different cells in which layer they are present. The small Martinotti cells with their cell body is multipolar in neuron and they are found in from 3 to 6 layer. The axons are directed towards the surface, which means they are the axons. These are the axons directed towards the surface of the cerebral cortex and generally and into the molecular layer. The first layer is the molecular layer. देखो इसका भी एग्जाम मॉलिक्यूलर तक जा रहा है, इसका भी एग्जाम मॉलिक्यूलर तक जा रहा है और इसका भी मोस्टली मॉलिक्यूलर तक जाएगा. ठीक है. Now the layers of the layers of the cerebral cortex. The cerebral cortex is made up of or consisting of the 6 layers. In these 6 layers, the different cells are present, which we have already discussed. The first layer is known as the molecular layer. You can see the most of the processes are present in this layer. So this layer is known as the plexiform layer, and its most superficial layer contains mainly of the nerve fibers and also the horizontal cells of gajal. So the horizontal cells of gajal are present only in the molecular layer. This is important PCQ. Now the second layer is the external granular layer. These are the granule cells. So this layer contains the large number of stellate cells and small pyramidal cells. These cells are pyramidal cells are small. These are medium size. There should be presence of the small size, and this one is the large size. So the external granular layer contains the small size of pyramidal cell and also the granular cells. Third layer is the external pyramidal cells. As the name indicates, should be the presence of the pyramidal cells, and these pyramidals are medium in size. They also contain the few stellate cells, and this one is the Martinotti cells, which we have already discussed that these cells are present in third, fourth, fifth, and sixth layer. So the third layer, which is known as the external pyramidal layer, it contains the pyramidal cells which are medium in size, and also the stellate cells and the cells of Martinotti. The fourth layer is known as the internal granular layer. As the name indicates, this layer also contains the granular cells which are closely packed, or also known as the stellate cells, and horizontally oriented fibers. These fibers is horizontally oriented fibers band. The band of in this layer, because some fibers in this layer show the horizontally arranged fibers, so they make a band known as the band of Ballarger. The layer of name of this layer is the internal granular layer, but it contains the outer band of Ballarger, and this band is made up of the white metal fibers. The fifth layer is known as the internal pyramidal layer. This internal pyramidal layer contains the large size of the pyramidal cells, which are known as the bed cells, and they also contain the fusiform cells. As the outer band of Ballarger is present in the fourth layer, which is known as the internal granular layer, while the inner band of Ballarger is present in the internal pyramidal layer. So this layer consists of cells of Martinotti, the blue one, and fusiform layer, and the pyramidal cells which are large in size. Small size pyramidal cells were present in the second layer, and medium size are present in the third layer, while the large size pyramidal cells are present in the fifth layer, which is known as the internal pyramidal layer. So internal pyramidal layer also contains the inner band of Ballarger. The last one is the multiform layer of the polymorphic cells. It is deeper layer. It contains the predominantly fusiform cells and also few stellate cells and cells of Martinotti. So these are the 6 layers which are present in the cerebral cortex and containing different type of the cells. In this diagram, the first layer is the molecular, which mostly contain the plexiform fibers of the different neurons and also contain the horizontal cell. This one is the external granular layer, which contains small granular cells, and the pyramidal layer, it contains the small size of the pyramidal cell. Other cells are also present, which I have shown in you the previous diagram. And now the internal granular layer. This is internal granular layer. It contains the large, densely packed granule cells or stellate cells. Inner pyramidal layer, which contain the medium size. This one is the first, second, third, fifth. If it is fourth layer or fifth layer, it means it contains the large pyramidal cells. The multiform layer, the last one layer, this one, it contains fibers, or this is the deeper layer, and it contains the fibers of mostly these are the Martinoti cells, and also contain stellate cells and fibers of the pyramidal cells, which are entering or leaving the underlying white matter. Histologically, this is the picture of the cerebral cortex. This upper layer is the layer 1, this is second layer, third layer, fourth, fifth, and sixth. After the sixth layer should be presence of white matter. This is another diagram. This is the first layer, molecular, and these are the other 5 layers. This is also the diagram. This one is the pia-matter. This is the pia-matter, and this is the cerebral cortex. You can see these cells are the larger pyramidal cells, and they are the medium size pyramidal cells, and in the above layer they contain the small size pyramidal cells. The dotted cell appearance are the granular cells. The light color cell, which is first layer, it contains mostly the horizontal cells. So these are the nuclei of the horizontal cells because they are fusiform in shape. Their body is fusiform in shape, and light in color because it contains the myelinated nerve fibers of all the neurons. Thank you. This is all about the histology of the cerebral cortex.